As kids across mid-Michigan prepare to go back to school, this can bring some anxiety for many as they look to a new school year and getting back to that daily grind, if you will. This morning we welcome back our friend David Flowers. He's a licensed professional counselor. He has some tips for us to maybe avoid some back-to-school anxiety. Good morning, David.
Morning, Matt. Good to be back. Thank you.
Yeah, so, first off, it's not uncommon for kids to be a little anxious for back-to-school time. So kind of talk about what's within the realm of normal or not.
Well, anxiety is common every year.
Sure.
Right? From kindergarten all the way up through senior year of high school into college, right? So trying to normalize that with the kids is the first thing, right? Like, this is normal. Everybody's going to experience this, right?
The back to school jitters.
Yeah, back to school jitters, but like extreme stuff, acting out and things like that, which really leads right into one of the first things I wanted to mention when it comes to helping kids with anxiety.
Sure.
Which is making sure that if your child has a mental health condition, right? If they have some kind of depression or if they have an anxiety disorder or something, making sure that you make contact with the school's counselor to make them aware of that, just so that the school counselor can be aware and follow up if it's necessary.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit more. I mean, schools do have counselors for a reason. Mm-hmm. Why should parents make contact with them and build that relationship?
Well, it's both with the counselor and with the teacher, right? If the counselor and the teacher can be aware of those issues, and the teacher can be kind of on the lookout for a kid who may be struggling during class, and then the teacher may want to make a referral out for a child to go down and just talk with the counselor, it can be tremendously helpful for kids just to get a few minutes of focused attention.
Overall, though, when should parents be concerned? When should they take that step? Of reaching out and making sure that they get the help they need.
Oh, well, really, if your child is expressing concern and you're concerned about their concern, that's really all it requires.
All right. And then what can parents do overall on top of reaching out to a counselor to help? I know you mentioned make sure to go to the open houses. Talk about different things they can do to kind of ease that anxiety.
Yeah. Well, the open house, going to an open house is an expression of your investment as a parent in your child's education, right? The more a child sees a parent being active in their education, the more the child will take their education seriously, and the more it will assuage their anxiety. So when kids are coming home at the end of the day, I would encourage parents, open up their backpacks, right? Go through and see what events are coming up and what's scheduled. Make sure there's money on their lunch accounts, right? Kids are going up, they're getting lunch, and if there's not money in their accounts, right, it can cause them a lot of anxiety, even though, of course, the staff's going to take care of it.
So bottom line, there are resources available. Why is it so important to take advantage of those?
Yeah, well, because it's for your child's well-being, right? Parents get nervous when kids are nervous, and then when parents can assuage some of that and avail themselves of the resources that are available, it can help the kids' anxiety to come down, which helps parents feel better, so everybody wins.
Yes, and again, almost back to school time. Some kids already back to class, but some good information to keep in mind. Our thanks again to David Flowers, licensed professional counselor, for your insight this morning.
You bet. Thanks again, man.